welcome back to the Creative Light podcast. In today's video, I'm going to give you my 8 main steps to having a productive day. Before we do, here's today's shout out of the video. And yeah, if you want to shout out, just drop a comment down below. But let's jump into the 8 main tips and tricks to having a productive day. So a productive day always starts out the night before, planning out what you're going to do that day and going to bed early. So when you plan out what you do, you want to prioritize your main tasks based on their importance or their due dates or when they're due by, that type of thing. So once you do that, you can kind of write out your to-do list, but prioritize what needs to be done at the top by their importance. Then once you have done that, I like to go to bed early after I have planned out my day, because going to bed early allows you to wake up early, which is the second thing you need to do to have a productive day. Wake up and try and get an early start on the day. This will give you more time to accomplish tasks and feel energized and motivated to continue throughout the day. So that is tip number 2. Go to bed early so that you can wake up early and get started. Next, you want to set achievable goals for that day. You can break them down into smaller tasks to make them more manageable, but I like to have 3 main goals for a day and then kind of break them down so they're not as overwhelming and feel more achievable. And yeah, once you do that, then you kind of feel like you are ready and set and you can get going. But I encourage you to just focus on one task at a time and try and avoid multitasking so that you don't decrease your productivity, because when you can focus all in on one thing, you can oftentimes get it done a lot quicker. So I definitely recommend doing that, as tempting as it is sometimes to want to multitask to feel like you can check multiple things off your list. It is most beneficial just to focus down on that one thing and get it done really quickly and complete it all the way before moving on to your next task. Next up, you want to take short little breaks, because you don't want to work so hard that you're so exhausted and can't work the rest of the day or have the rest of your productive week or whatever time you are doing. So I encourage you to get up, take a stretch, maybe go outside or make a yummy snack or something like that. Just stay, in a right mindset and take a break if you need it. Don't overwork yourself. Then you want to also stay organized. So keep your workspace organized, clutter-free. This will help you stay focused and avoid distractions. And yeah, I recommend keeping as much clear space as you can, and maybe some calm music on in the background if that's your type of thing, depending on what you are working on, trying to complete for your productive day. Then you want to try and stay motivated. So find ways to keep yourself motivated throughout the day, whether that's rewarding yourself for completing a task or listening to music in the background, podcasts, an audiobook, or setting up a fun challenge for yourself. Remember, not every day will be perfect, and you will need those rest days or days where you're just not being successful or not having your great days. But do these things, plan out your day, go to bed early, set achievable goals, focus, take little breaks, stay organized, and you have a productive day. I know this was a bit of a shorter podcast, but hopefully it just motivates you to get whatever you wanted to get done today. And yeah, that's about it for today's episode of the Creative Light podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed this topic. If you did, please consider subscribing and liking the video. It helps me out so much. And if you know anyone who you think this podcast would be helpful for, pass it on. Spread the productivity. And yeah, if you guys have any comments, comment them down below. Keep an eye out on my community tab so you can vote on what our next podcast will be about. And yeah, thanks so much for listening. Until next time, stay creative, be productive, and have an amazing day.